The human fleet moved quietly through the outer edges of the galaxy. For decades, humanity had explored the stars, seeking knowledge, new worlds, and alliances. But nothing could have prepared them for what lay ahead. Captain Alex stood on the bridge of the flagship Horizon, eyes fixed on the holographic display. "We've entered uncharted space," he said quietly. "Sensors are picking up something massive." Engineer Mira leaned over the control panel, her fingers flying across the touch screens. "It's enormous," she said. "Energy readings off the charts. Whatever this is, it's not natural. It's artificial, and very advanced." Pilot Sam's jaw tightened as he glanced at the viewport. In the distance, a fleet of gigantic starships glowed faintly against the black of space. They were unlike anything humans had ever seen. Sleek, metallic, and impossibly large, they moved in perfect formation. Thousands of ships surrounded a colossal capital vessel, bristling with weapon arrays and glowing energy shields. Alex swallowed. "That's the Galactic Empire. No human has seen anything like this up close before. And they are huge." Myra's voice was calm but tense. "They've been hiding in this sector for centuries. They control countless star systems. Their technology is far beyond ours." Sam shook his head. "We're so small compared to them. A single mistake, and we'll be destroyed instantly." Alex placed a hand on Sam's shoulder. "That is why we have to think. That is why we have to be smarter. We survive because we plan, because we adapt, and because we never give up." The suspense builds. The Empire's ships had noticed the human fleet immediately. Sensors picked up the humans' energy signatures and scanned every vessel. Hundreds of alien ships adjusted their positions, forming a defensive circle around the massive capital ship. On the horizon, alarms sounded briefly, indicating that the humans were now officially detected. The alien fleet had no intention of negotiating. They assumed humans were primitive and weak. Alex looked at the glowing alien ships. "They think we're small and weak. That is our advantage. They are arrogant. They are confident. And humans, we survive when the odds are against us." Mira nodded. "We need to observe. Study their formation. Learn their weaknesses. We cannot fight blindly." First communication. Alex initiated a hailing sequence. The human fleet sent a calm, formal message of peace and curiosity, hoping to avoid immediate conflict. But the response was cold and mocking. The Empire's flagship transmitted a message in a language filled with strange, harsh tones. Even without understanding the words, the humans could feel the arrogance and dismissive attitude. Sam clenched his fists. "They don't even see us as worth talking to. They expect us to submit." Alex shook his head. "Then they will learn. Humans are not so easy to dismiss. We may be small, but we are clever. We may be few, but we are brave. And we will survive." Alien scouts approach. Scouts from the Empire moved closer, circling the human fleet like predators sizing up their prey. Each ship was sleek, deadly, and bristling with energy weapons. Their sensors probed the human shields and weapon systems. Myra's fingers flew over the console. "They're testing us. They want to see what we can do, what weaknesses we have. But they don't know our real strength." Sam's voice was tense. "If they attack, we'll be in serious danger. Their weapons are far more powerful than ours." Alex's eyes narrowed. "Then we must strike smartly. Precision over power. Strategy over strength. That is how humans survive." The first suspenseful moment. The scouts came closer, moving in formation. Every human pilot felt the tension, their hearts racing. One false move, one miscalculation, and their entire fleet could be destroyed. Suddenly, the Empire's flagship illuminated the human fleet with a scanning pulse, testing defenses. The human shields held, but the display showed the alien firepower in terrifying detail. Hundreds of weapons capable of destroying multiple ships in a single strike. Mira whispered, "They underestimate us. That is their first mistake. But they will learn soon." Alex straightened. "They think humans are small, weak, and predictable. But humans adapt, humans think, humans fight. And we never back down. Today, we make our first stand." The hook for the audience. Above the stars, the Empire's ships loomed ready to strike. Below, the human fleet braced itself, small but determined, united by courage, intelligence, and hope. Alex looked at his crew. "This is the moment the galaxy begins to notice humans. We are small, yes, but clever, brave, and unstoppable when united. Let them see, humans survive. Humans fight. And humans do not give up." Sam grinned, adrenaline pumping. "Let's show them what humans can do." Mira added, "Centuries hidden or not, we are awake. And we are ready." The stars shimmered around them, distant and silent witnesses. The Galactic Empire had met humanity for the first time, and they had no idea what they were in for. Humanity was small. Humanity was few. But humanity was awake, and ready to burst out. The human fleet held its formation as the alien scouts circled closer. Every pilot felt the tension in the air. The Galactic Empire's ships were vast, powerful and perfectly coordinated. Hundreds of massive vessels glinted with energy weapons, their shields glowing faintly as if daring humanity to strike. Captain Alex stood on the bridge of the horizon watching the sensors. "They are testing us," he said. "They want to see our weaknesses. But we will show them that humans are clever, not weak." Engineer Mira adjusted the fleet's shields and weapon arrays. "Their energy output is massive. If they fire at full power, we won't survive. We need to remain unpredictable. Strike, retreat, confuse them, and wait for the right moment." Pilot Sam gripped his controls. "So we're just waiting, hiding?" Alex shook his head. "Not hiding. Observing. Learning. Intelligence wins where strength alone fails. Humans survive because we think, adapt, and act together." The alien approach. The alien scouts moved closer, testing shields and defenses. They fired small plasma pulses, enough to check reactions but not to destroy. The humans dodged, maneuvered, and analyzed every move. Myra's fingers danced over the console. "They are strong, yes, but they are predictable in certain ways. Watch their formation patterns. Watch how they react to small attacks. That is our advantage." Sam's fighter weaved between laser beams, tracking enemy movements. "They are confident. They think we are tiny, weak, and easy to destroy. But they don't know humans." Alex nodded. "Exactly. That arrogance will be their mistake. Patience now, precision later." Observation and strategy. The humans split into small teams to observe different parts of the alien formation. Each squad focused on finding weak points in shields, engines, and weapon systems. Mira spoke over the calm but urgent. "Squad 1, note energy fluctuations on the capital ship's shields. Squad 2, check their engine outputs. Squad 3, focus on weapon alignment. Timing and coordination are key." Even the smallest human fighters moved with surprising precision. Their size allowed them to dodge enemy fire and scan for weaknesses. Each pilot felt the tension but also the excitement of discovery. Sam whispered to himself, "They think this is an easy hunt. They will learn the hard way." The first move. After hours of observation, Alex decided it was time for a minor strike, a test. "We'll attack one scout ship first. Quick, precise, no unnecessary risks. Hit, retreat, and study the result." The squadron launched with speed. Cloaked drones moved silently, and small fighters zipped through the Empire's fleet. One carefully targeted energy junction failed in the alien scout, causing sparks and temporary engine failure. The Empire reacted immediately, but the humans were already gone, hiding behind debris fields and planetary shadows. The alien commander glared, confused. "How can this small species strike without being caught?" the commander hissed. "They are clever, too clever." Alien confusion. The humans' first strike caused panic in the alien formation. Ships overcorrected their positions, some misfired, and a few collided with floating debris fields. The humans watched from a safe distance, learning the limits of the Empire's reaction time. Mira smiled faintly. They expected easy prey. Instead, they face intelligence and strategy. One small strike has already caused confusion. Imagine what coordinated attacks can do. Alex addressed the fleet. "Patience. Observe. Learn. The real challenge is ahead. But today we have shown that humans are not weak. We survive. We adapt. We fight smart." Suspense for the audience. Across the galaxy, distant observers, alien civilizations, would have recorded the small human fleet's actions. A species once dismissed as primitive had shown cunning, courage, and adaptability. Sam grinned, adrenaline still rushing. They thought this would be easy. They mocked humans, and now they see our strength isn't in size, but in brains and bravery. Alex looked at the distant Empire ships, glowing and massive. They may have numbers, but humans have unity, courage, and intelligence. The galaxy will learn that today, small does not mean weak. Mira nodded. Every move they make, every reaction they have, teaches us something. We are learning, and the moment will come when we strike decisively. The stars glimmered around Earth's fleet. Humanity had faced its first true test against the Galactic Empire, and survived. Humans were few, small, and outmatched. But they were awake, clever, and ready to burst out. The human fleet hovered in the shadow of a nearby asteroid belt, invisible to most of the Empire's sensors. Captain Alex studied the alien formation carefully. Hundreds of massive ships, perfectly aligned, floated like predators waiting for prey. But humans were not prey. Humans were clever, adaptable, and unpredictable. "We've learned their patterns," Alex said quietly. "Now it's time to use that knowledge. We'll strike where they least expect it. Quick, precise, and coordinated." Engineer Mira tapped furiously at the control panels. "Shields are at maximum. Weapons calibrated. Cloaking drones ready. This maneuver is risky, but if it works, we will show them humans are more than they expected." Pilot Sam grinned, tightening his gloves. "Let's see how they handle a little surprise." The maneuver begins. Small squadrons of human fighters shot out from the asteroid shadows. Cloaked drones moved silently ahead, scanning for weak points in the alien fleet. "Squad 1, target their engine junctions," Mira instructed. "Squad 2, focus on energy nodes. Timing is everything. Strike together, now." The humans moved like a single organism, coordinated and precise. Lasers zipped through space, hitting energy junctions on massive alien scouts. Sparks flew, engines faltered, and weapon systems misfired. The Empire was taken off guard. Their formation wavered. Massive cruisers adjusted their positions, trying to locate the attackers, but every move the aliens made had been anticipated by the humans. Chaos among the Empire. On the alien flagship, the commander's glowing eyes widened in shock. "Impossible. How can such a small force cause so much damage? Their strikes are precise, calculated, they understand our weaknesses." Another officer added, "They are clever, far too clever. Alert all sectors. Target every small ship." But it was too late. Humans had already moved, hidden behind asteroids and orbital debris. A small squadron caused a chain reaction. One cruiser collided with a drifting energy satellite, another misfired, damaging nearby ships. Chaos spread through the Empire fleet. "Human brilliance." Captain Alex spoke over the comm, "Stay calm. Strike, retreat, and remain unpredictable. Every attack teaches them a lesson. Every movement is part of the plan. Humans survive when we act smart, not just strong." Sam's fighter zipped through laser fire, targeting the weak point of a massive cruiser. Sparks erupted, and the ship drifted helplessly. "One down," he shouted, adrenaline coursing through his veins. Mira guided the central squad. "Now, fire all plasma torpedoes at their engines. Move fast." The coordinated attack worked flawlessly. The humans' intelligence, strategy, and unity overwhelmed the Empire's massive force. Each small squad inflicted more damage than the aliens had expected from such a tiny species. Sacrifice and courage. Not every human ship survived the maneuver. Several pilots were lost in the chaos, their ships exploding in bright flashes. But their sacrifice allowed the rest of the fleet to strike with devastating effect. Alex's voice came over the comm, calm but firm. "Courage is acting despite fear. Every loss strengthens our resolve. Every successful strike proves our strategy. Keep pushing forward." Mira added, "We may be few, but we are united. That is why we survive. That is why we are dangerous." The alien fleet, once confident and mocking, now quivered with uncertainty. This species, they fight with intelligence, courage, and unity. "How can a small planet hold such power?" whispered one commander. Suspense builds. By the end of the maneuver, dozens of alien ships were crippled or drifting out of formation. The Empire had been forced to retreat slightly, regrouping to assess damage. Confidence had vanished, replaced by fear and doubt. Captain Alex looked at the stars above. "They thought we were small, weak, and predictable. They were wrong. Humans survive because we think, adapt, and fight together. And we are only beginning." Sam exhaled, adrenaline still pumping. "They'll never underestimate Earth again. They mocked us, and now they see what humans can do." Mira nodded. "Every move they make, every attack they launch, we can counter. The galaxy is learning that humans are clever, brave, and unstoppable when united." Above the stars, the Empire fleet lurked, wary and shaken. But humans had proven one undeniable truth. Size and numbers mattered less than intelligence, courage, and unity. Humanity was small, yes, but they were awake, clever, and ready to burst out. The first major maneuver was complete. The humans had survived, and shown the galaxy that they were not to be underestimated. The human fleet hovered at the edge of the Empire's formation, taking a moment to regroup. Captain Alex studied the holographic display, eyes narrowing. Hundreds of massive alien ships still loomed, bristling with energy weapons. But now humans had learned something crucial. The Empire was not invincible. "They're strong," Alex said quietly. "But every fleet has weaknesses. We just need to find them and hit precisely." Engineer Mira tapped the controls, bringing up schematics of the alien ships. "I've analyzed their energy nodes and shield patterns. If we strike at these junctions simultaneously, we can disable even their largest cruisers. Timing and coordination are everything." Pilot Sam clenched his fists. "So we're going after the big ones now? The ships they think are untouchable?" Alex nodded. "Exactly. They expect humans to strike the small targets first. That's why we will surprise them. We are clever, we are fast, and we are united." The plan. Humans devised a bold plan. Small squads would approach the Empire from different directions, using asteroids and magnetic fields as cover. Cloaked drones would disrupt enemy sensors, while orbital platforms fired at exact intervals to confuse their targeting systems. Mira coordinated the squad. Squads 1 and 2 flanked their left and right. Squad 3 hit the capital ships directly. "Wait for my signal. One mistake and we lose our advantage." Lena, the strategist, added, "We may be few but every move is precise. We strike only where it counts. The galaxy has never seen humans fight like this." The fleet braced. Every ship hummed with energy, shields glowing faintly. Humans had remained hidden for centuries. Now they were fully awake and ready to show their strength. The assault begins. At dawn, the humans launched their coordinated strike. Fast fighters darted between alien cruisers, cloaked drones moved silently, and orbital weapons fired in perfect sync. Explosions erupted across the Empire's fleet. Massive cruisers trembled as sparks flew from energy junctions. Engines failed and weapons misfired. Alien commanders struggled to maintain formation, panic spreading rapidly. The alien flagship's commander roared, "How can such a small force destroy our ships with precision? They are clever, too clever." Alex's voice came over the comm to his pilots. "Strike then retreat. Confuse them. Every attack counts. Remember, intelligence and unity are our weapons." Chaos among the aliens. Alien ships collided with debris or each other. Misfires and sensor malfunctions caused more damage than the humans could have done alone. The Empire fleet's confidence collapsed under precise, coordinated attacks from a tiny but clever species. Sam's fighter weaved between energy blasts, striking a critical junction on a massive cruiser. Sparks flew and the ship drifted helplessly. "Another one down," he shouted. Mira guided the central squad. "Now, engines and weapons offline. Fire everything." The humans' plan worked flawlessly. Every small squad inflicted devastating damage. Their intelligence, strategy, and unity made them seem unstoppable. Sacrifice and bravery. Not all humans survived. Some pilots were lost in the assault, their ships exploding in bright flashes. Yet each loss allowed others to strike with greater effect. Alex spoke over the comm, steady and firm. "Courage is acting despite fear. Every life lost strengthens our resolve. Every strike counts. Humans survive because we think, adapt, and fight together." Mira nodded. "We may be few but we are united. That is why we survive. That is why we are dangerous." The alien fleet, once confident and mocking, now quivered with doubt. "These humans, they are clever, brave, and coordinated. How can such a small species hold so much power?" whispered one commander. Suspense for the audience. By the end of the assault, dozens of alien ships were crippled or drifting out of formation. The Empire fleet had retreated slightly, reorganizing to assess the damage. Their arrogance was gone, replaced by fear. Alex looked at the stars. They thought humans were small, weak, and predictable. They were wrong. Humans survive because we think, adapt, and fight together. And we are only beginning. Sam grinned, adrenaline rushing. "They'll never underestimate Earth again. We're small, but clever, brave, and unstoppable." Mira added, "Every attack they plan, every move they make we can counter. The galaxy is beginning to understand the truth. Humans are more than they seem." The stars shimmered above the battlefield. Humanity had not only survived, it had proven that size and numbers were less important than intelligence, courage, and unity. The humans had exploited the Empire's weaknesses. They had struck smart, survived, and sent a message: never underestimate Earth. The alien fleet had regrouped after the humans' clever assaults. Confidence had faltered, but they were far from defeated. Captain Alex knew the Empire would strike back harder, faster, and with more force. "They're reorganizing," Alex said, eyes fixed on the holographic display. They expect humans to react the same way. But we won't be predictable. We will fight smart, and we will show them humans are dangerous. Engineer Mira adjusted the fleet systems. Shields are at maximum. Weapons are optimized. Drones are ready to confuse their sensors. This is the moment. We strike decisively, or the next attack may cost lives we cannot replace. Pilot Sam's hands tightened on the controls. So this is it, the big one? The one that could break them. Alex nodded. Yes. Small, precise, intelligent strikes. Courage and strategy together. That is how humans win. The plan. Humans divided into several squads. Each had a clear target. Weak energy junctions, engine systems, and weapon arrays on the Empire's largest ships. Mira coordinated the attack. Squads 1 and 2 flank the left and right. Squad 3 target the capital ship directly. Wait for my signal. Fire simultaneously. One mistake and the Empire will crush us. Lena, the strategist, added, remember our strength is intelligence and unity. Move together, think together, act together. That is why humans survive. The fleet braced. Ships hummed with energy. Humans had spent centuries hidden, preparing for moments like this. Now the galaxy would see the full force of Earth's determination. The assault begins. The humans struck as one. Fast fighters darted between alien cruisers, drones cloaked and invisible disrupted sensors, and orbital weapons fired with exact timing. Explosions erupted across the Empire's fleet. Massive cruisers shook as sparks flew from damaged energy nodes. Engines faltered, weapons misfired. Alien crews panicked, unable to regain formation. The alien flagship's commander roared, impossible! How can so few destroy our ships with such precision? They are clever, too clever. Alex's voice rang over the comm to all pilots. Strike, retreat, confuse, repeat. Every move is a lesson. Every attack proves that humans are dangerous. Intelligence and courage are our weapons. Chaos among the Empire. Alien ships collided with debris or each other. Sensor malfunctions caused weapons to fire on friendly cruisers. The Empire's disciplined formation turned chaotic within minutes. Sam dodged laser fire with skillful maneuvers and struck a critical junction on a massive cruiser. Sparks flew and the ship drifted helplessly. One more down, he shouted, adrenaline pumping. Mira guided the central squad. Engines offline. Weapons offline. Fire everything. Move fast. The human strategy worked perfectly. Small squads inflicted disproportionate damage, using intelligence, timing, and unity to overwhelm the much larger fleet. Sacrifice and bravery. Not all human ships survived. Pilots were lost, their ships exploding in bright flashes. But each sacrifice allowed the rest of the fleet to press forward with devastating effect. Alex spoke calmly over the comm. Courage is acting despite fear. Every life lost strengthens us. Every strike shows the galaxy why humans survive. Keep pushing forward. Mira nodded. We may be few but we are united. That is why we survive. That is why we are dangerous. The alien fleet, once arrogant, now trembled. This species, they fight with intelligence, courage, and unity. How can such a small planet hold so much power? Whispered one commander. The turning point. By the end of the counterattack, hundreds of Empire ships were destroyed or crippled. Remaining vessels hesitated, unsure how to respond. Their morale was shattered. Alex looked at the stars. They thought humans were small, weak, and predictable. They were wrong. Humans survive because we think, adapt, and fight together. And we are only beginning. Sam grinned, exhaustion and adrenaline mixing. They'll never underestimate Earth again. Humans are clever, brave, and unstoppable when united. Mira added, every attack they plan, every move they make we can counter. The galaxy is learning, humans are more than anyone expected. The stars above Earth shimmered with light and explosions. Humanity had faced overwhelming odds, and emerged victorious. The decisive counterattack had proven one undeniable truth. Size and numbers mattered less than intelligence, courage, and unity. Humanity was awake, clever, and ready to burst out fully. The battlefield was quiet now, but the echoes of war still lingered. Alien ships drifted, damaged and broken, while Earth's fleet hovered above the planet, surveying the aftermath. Humanity had survived against overwhelming odds, but victory brought no comfort, only questions about the future. Captain Alex stood on the bridge of the horizon, staring at the distant stars. We've survived the first waves, but the Empire will return. They are wounded, yes, but they will plan and they will come back stronger. Engineer Mira adjusted the shields and weapon systems. They underestimated us. They thought humans were weak. That arrogance was their first mistake. But next time they may not be so careless. Pilot Sam exhaled slowly, still feeling the adrenaline from the previous battle. We showed them humans fight smart, but how many more ships do they have hidden out there? Alex nodded. We don't know. That's why we must stay vigilant, adapt, and be ready. Humans survive because we plan, because we think, and because we act together. The Empire reacts. Far across the galaxy, surviving commanders of the Empire convened. Their fleets had suffered heavy losses, and their pride had been shattered. How can such a small species destroy hundreds of our ships? One commander asked, voice trembling. They are clever, too clever. We underestimated them. Another officer added, we mocked them for centuries, ignored them, and assumed they were weak. Now we see their true power. They are unpredictable, intelligent, and brave. The Empire's arrogance had been replaced by caution. Every fleet movement would now be planned carefully, every attack calculated. Humans had proven that brains, courage, and unity could overcome even overwhelming force. Human reflection. Back on Earth, citizens and military crews began to process what had happened. There was mourning for lost pilots, but also relief, pride, and awe. Humanity had survived where many would have perished. Alex addressed his officers. Today we learned that humans survive because we think, adapt, and act together. The galaxy now knows Earth is not a planet to be ignored. But our journey is far from over. Mira smiled faintly. We may be few, but we are formidable. Every move we made proved that humans are clever, brave, and united. Sam nodded. The Empire will think twice before attacking again. They know humans are dangerous now. Lena, the strategist, added, we must remain prepared. Others will watch us. They will test us. But humans will survive, adapt, and fight smart. Galactic awareness. The story of humanity's courage spread quickly across distant star systems. Civilizations that had ignored Earth began to study the planet carefully. Humans were no longer seen as a minor species. They had earned respect, caution, and curiosity. Even the surviving alien commanders began planning differently. These humans fight with intelligence and courage. We cannot rely on numbers alone against them, one said gravely. Humans had emerged from centuries of obscurity. The galaxy had begun to notice, and other civilizations would soon learn that Earth was no longer hidden, no longer weak, and no longer to be underestimated. Lessons learned. Alex gathered his officers. We survived because we adapted, because we thought, and because we acted together. Today humans proved their strength to the galaxy. But tomorrow we must be ready for whatever comes next. Mira added, centuries hidden have given us time to prepare, grow, and understand our strengths. Now we face the galaxy awake and we are ready for any challenge. Lena looked at the stars, thoughtful. The galaxy has seen what humans can do. Our legend is beginning. Others will come to challenge us, but we will be ready. Suspense for the final battle. Though the immediate threat had passed, the galaxy had changed. Humanity had awakened fully, and the Empire had learned that cleverness, unity, and courage mattered more than size or numbers. Alex looked at the stars above. We have won this battle, but the galaxy is vast. Other civilizations will challenge us. And when they do, they will learn the same lesson. Humans survive, humans fight, and humans never give up. Sam grinned. Centuries hidden, and now fully awake. Earth is strong. Humans are dangerous. And the galaxy will remember. Mira added, our time of obscurity is over. Earth has emerged. Humanity is awake. And we are ready for anything. The stars shimmered above Earth's orbit, glowing with light and distant explosions. Humanity had survived, learned, and grown stronger. But the final confrontation, and the full emergence of human power, was still ahead. Centuries hidden. Earth had awakened. Humanity had proven its strength. And the galaxy would never underestimate it again. The human fleet floated above the stars, battered but unbroken. Every ship had scars from the battles, every pilot carried the memory of their comrades lost. Yet the humans were alive, victorious, and fully awake. For centuries, Earth had hidden in obscurity. Now humanity was no longer a secret. Captain Alex stood on the bridge of the horizon, gazing at the remnants of the alien fleet. "We've faced the Empire and survived," he said quietly. "We've shown that humans are clever, brave, and united. But this is only the beginning. The galaxy has noticed us, and others will come." Engineer Mira adjusted the systems, scanning for distant energy signatures. They mocked us. They ignored us. But now they respect us. Some may even fear us. Humanity is no longer small or weak. We have awakened. Pilot Sam leaned back in his cockpit, exhaustion mixing with pride. They thought it would be easy to destroy us. They thought humans were predictable. They were wrong. Humans fight smart. Humans fight brave. And humans never give up. Galactic reaction. Across the galaxy, the story of humanity spread like wildfire. Alien civilizations that had dismissed Earth as insignificant now studied it closely. Intelligence reports, war councils, and communication channels buzzed with news of the small species that had defeated fleets far larger than their own. Zytherian commanders who had once mocked humans convened in panic. They are clever, courageous, and united. This species is dangerous. They cannot be underestimated, one whispered. Another added, we must rethink everything. Our numbers mean nothing if intelligence and strategy dominate. Humans have shown the galaxy a new kind of power. Earth's legend had begun. The hidden planet was no longer hidden. The underestimated species had become a force to be reckoned with. Human reflection. Back on Earth, people celebrated cautiously. There was mourning for the fallen, but pride burned bright. Humanity had survived against impossible odds and had shown the galaxy what they were truly capable of. Captain Alex addressed his officers and crew. Humans survive not because we are the strongest but because we are clever, united, and courageous. Today we have proven that size does not determine power. Today the galaxy knows that humans fight with brains, courage, and heart. Mira added, our centuries of hiding were not wasted. We learned, we prepared, and now we have emerged. And we are ready for anything the galaxy throws at us. Sam smiled faintly. This is only the start. Others will come, and we will meet them with the same courage and cleverness we showed today. The final message. Alex gazed at the stars, deep in thought. We have awakened. The Empire has learned that humans are unpredictable, intelligent, and united. The galaxy will remember this day. Myra's voice was calm but firm. We are few but formidable. We are small but powerful. And we are united. That is why humanity survives. Lena, the strategist, looked at the horizon. The galaxy may send more challenges, more fleets, more dangers. But humans are ready. We fight smart. We fight together. And we never back down. The stars shimmered above the planet, reflecting humanity's strength and resilience. Once hidden, Earth had awakened. Once dismissed, humanity had proven its worth. And the galaxy had learned a truth it would never forget. Small does not mean weak, and numbers do not equal victory. Suspenseful hint for the future. Though the Empire had been beaten back, the galaxy was vast and full of unknown civilization.